Hey there, in this video, I'm going to take you through our blend builder. We're going to show you how to build, track, and compare different components in a blend, as well as taking advantage of our budgeting and automatic forecasting functionality. Let's jump in and quickly check it out. So to get to your blend builder, on the left-hand toolbar, you can see, if maybe you'll have to scroll down a little bit, but you can see the blend builder tool. You click through and you'll land on the overview page like this. If you haven't created any yet, this will obviously be empty, but here's a little display of what it looks like once you have multiple blends in there and the overview you can have of those blends. Before we start creating one together and actually go through the process, let me show you what it looks like once it's created and all the details and information that it will generate for you and your team. So first of all, we can see the required information fields where we're able to set out flavors, we can set out total monthly consumption, we can set target budgets and any notes for us internally in our team. Then we have our overview here where we can see the different components, their percentages, we can see their price points, we can also see the weight loss that has been tracked for them. You can edit them by going in those three little dots and changing anything. We can also see the projected green cost from this makeup and this kind of component structure at the moment. So we can see that we're at $10.84 and it's in red because it's above our budget of $10.50. On the bottom, you can see the cost overview. So you can once again see that $10.84. You can see the projected monthly cost to actually run this blend. And you can also see the projected roasted cost using those weight loss calculators there as well. It also tells us at the bottom the percentage above budget and the additional cost that's going to have for our bottom line. You also have a quick quantity management, so how much you're going to need per component per month. And then if I slide my head out of the way, here you have your automatic volume forecasting. This is a super cool functionality helping you to be aware straight away how much of each component you're going to need to have to be able to be covered for 3, 6, or 12 months in the scenario you have up here. So guys, lastly, before we jump over and start building a blend together, I'll just show you here the inactive components. You can see they're white out. So any component that doesn't have a percentage is here, but you can quickly enter it and add it back in by updating its percentage there. But let's go and build a blend together. Back on the overview page, you can see add blend and we can go get started here. We have to create a name for us internally to be able to identify and track it. Once you've added in a name and a description, you can actually hit add blend and move forward. So now you can see what it looks like before any detailed information has been captured. The most important place to start is our required information. You can see anywhere on the platform with these little pencil marks means you can edit and update that. But it's important to notice once you have edited that, so I've added, we want to have a profile of citrus. I can hit tick and save that. It's important to save it because then it will be able to apply that to your blend and the components. This required information just helps you understand what you're trying to achieve with this and allows your team members to see this as well. The most crucial information here is the volume and the budget. So if we don't have flavor categories or notes, that's okay for now, but let's make sure we get our projected monthly quantity of green and our budget, because this allows us to start to use quantity forecast, volume forecast, budgeting forecast, and overviews. It's a really important set. So for our monthly quantity, we're currently roasting 100 kilos a week of this filter blend. So over a month, that would be 400 kilos. And this is in green volume. We hit tick and add that. And our budget for this coffee is $19.50 for our filter blend. And once again, we hit tick and it locks it in. Now we can start to add some components and details in so we can fill out our quantity, volume forecast and start comparing elements. There are two ways currently to be able to add components. We can click here and you can manually type them in. So if you have samples from different suppliers that you haven't got through the system or the platform, you can just enter those in here quickly and have them available, or if they're positions you're using as well. Or you can add them from a shortlist. By adding from a shortlist, this allows any coffee that you're looking at or you're exploring on the platform, you shortlist. So you can pick the shortlist that you've added it to, and then you can go and add that coffee. What happens when you add the coffee, it starts at a 0% this way, but you can go in and add that this one is actually going to be a 50%. You can update any other information like the weight loss, it's 15% for this one. And there it is. This is taking the guide price. So if you have a more accurate price, you can update and adjust that also. Straight away, we'll see the software is telling us that we are actually not at a full blend because we only have 50% allocated. So let's go and add another component. So now you can see when we have a few more components added in here, you can see if we have inactive ones below or we have active ones above. If I wanted to look what it was like to compare and maybe swap out the two Colombian elements, We can do that by clicking on the one that is inactive and unhighlighted, creating the percentage we would like it in the blend and hitting update. And then we remove the other Colombian by clicking on it and removing its percentage down to 0. There we go. We can see how that quickly swaps it over and adjusts our budget, adjusts how much that's costing us. We see how it's automatically telling us that we are 11.56% below the target budget we've set, and we're saving $900 a month. Also tells us monthly how much this blend's costing us, so we can inform our cash flow and things like that. Also, how much we're going to need in green per month to be meeting these target volumes and projected volumes. Also, automatically forecasting. So if you're looking at this blend and you want to know how much am I going to need to be covered for 3, 6, or 12 months, you see it instantly come up here of how much coffee you're going to need to book and contract to cover those target volumes. It's a really useful way for you as a coffee roaster to start setting your blends up now. This isn't an area you're going to be working in very frequently, but it helps you make sure that the foundation, planning, and base that you have is set up correctly. So anytime you need to book another element or change an element, you can add it in here and compare and contrast them over time. We are doing updates constantly on the different features on the platform. So if you have any feedback, thoughts, or ideas of what you would like to have involved in this, please do let us know at support@greensquare.co. So that was your quick introduction to Blend Builder on Greensquare. And now it's over to you to jump on and start building your blends on Greensquare, helping you to plan, budget, and automatically forecast the volumes you need for your coffee. That's all for now, guys. If you need anything else, there are more resource videos below. As always, you can contact us at support@greensquare.co. Till next time, take care.